Welcome everybody. Tea at nearly 3. Got a boil my kettle. Hope we're all right today. Beautiful day, beautiful sunny day today. So just hear my kettle boiling. I've just gone standard tea today. Standard tea. Back on Thai food. So we'll see how that goes. There was quite a lot of feedback, primarily from people who clearly know me very well, and a lot of people said, "I bet you're all them Jaffa cakes." Well, since Tuesday, I've still got this many, so only 12 in a pack. There's still 4 there, so it's not too bad. 4 a day. I don't know. That's not too bad. I think 4 is not bad, so I'm happy with that. So I let my tea brew. Hope we're all right. Like I say, a beautiful day today. We're going to talk about remote leadership. So hoping we've got some remote leaders out there listening. Everybody's a leader, really. So everybody's got the opportunity to be a leader. Just get a bit of milk in. Milk second. I'll talk about that before we start. Milk first, milk second. Where's that all come from? Just got to wait a little bit. Not quite 3 o'clock yet. Hopefully we'll get a few more people on. And it's been quite busy. Tea or coffee, Brian? Oh, hello, hi, Brian. Brian from the US is in. Is there a lot of tea going on in the US? I'm not sure. I don't want to upset my American colleagues. Have a coffee, Brian. You're more than welcome. Just sort my tea out. Cuban espresso. Yeah, I kind of get that. That's a tough day beckoning, I think, Brian. Cuban espressos. So, have you got any Jaffa cakes, though, Brian? That's the key thing. Food of the gods over here. Jaffa cakes in America, Brian? Do you have them? Who knows? Right, it's getting on for 3 o'clock. I've also got a Charlie Chaplin mug out. Charlie Chaplin, funny guy. Might have a few trainers on the course. It's kind of quite interesting because Charlie Chaplin liked to believe that we'll get back a bit of face-to-face training at some point as well. So I've got any trainers out there. If ever you're doing a bit of body language, get yourself a Charlie Chaplin video on. It's very good. So Charlie Chaplin, fine exponent of a bit of body language. So obviously we need a question. People saying, "Oh, I like your quizzes. I like your little questions." So the question that I'm going to ask you, and you can just pop your comment in. I'll try and remember to do it as people join as well. Is because it's tea at 3. What I want to know is, when was the tea bag patented? What year do you think the tea bag was patented? And I'm talking about patented, not used for the first time. So when do you think that the tea bag was first patented? So just drop that in the chat. I'll tell you at the end when it was. So the year of the first patented tea bag. And the second thing was milk first or milk second. Now, a lot of people are like, "Oh, milk first, milk second." And apparently the reason the milk first went in, Macroft 1829, no, I'll tell you that, no. But we'll get there. But the reason the milk went in first was because apparently a lot of people had very, very cheap cups. And if the water went straight in, then what happened was the cups would break. So what actually happened was the people who put the milk in second, as time went on and on and on, then what that would mean was they were wealthier. And I think we might have to boot someone out the group chat there as well, Clark. Thanks, Ben Stiles, for that. Yes, it's hard work here, let me tell you, Brian. So if you put your milk in first, poorer. Milk in second, posher background. That's the kind of thing. So not too bad. So good, we're getting some guesses up there. That's very nice. And no, I wasn't born in 1900, despite what you might think. Anyway, let's crack on. Let's do a little bit about remote leaders. So firstly, I just want to start off, people talk about, these challenging times. This is just a bit about leadership, etc. But we faced a host of challenges really as time's gone on, and I was watching a few things. I've been fortunate. I've been able to catch up on a bit of YouTube, TED Talking, and things like the internet. I've lived through the birth of the internet. No comments again, please, Ben Stiles. I've lived through the birth of the internet, so that didn't exist when I started work, and businesses adjusted and adapted. I remember going to Blockbuster and hiring a DVD. They didn't adjust. Coffee shops existed, tea shops existed, but the big players in that have smashed a lot of them out of the water. And even Uber in the UK, it's changed quite a lot. Taxis have to change, adapt. The fact that you know your driver, you know when he's turning into your road, makes a huge amount of difference. Although they're different times, businesses kind of work, change, challenge, and they come up with good things. So that remote leadership, now the first thing I'm going to come up with is go video. When you can, go video. It's so much better if you can see people. That's probably why there's some people watching today, but go video. That's what we need. So when you can, go to video. It's not the only way we work, but it's good. Second thing, over communicate. Don't be afraid not to communicate as much. So share information, give people feedback, talk about how we're going to make decisions together, give people task ownership, but constantly talk to people, communicate with people. I'd recommend morning huddles. I think they're key. At this point, morning huddles, just get everybody together. It acts as like a little check-in as well for the remote leader. So, and I'd recommend that we do them more like a daily event. And also, you can get some people to buddy up. So why not buddy your people up so they have like a lockdown partner, and they can kind of share information about work. We've probably all got friends, family that we speak to, but a work buddy is a good idea for remote leaders. Next thing, I was just doing something a little bit earlier with another group of people, and we were talking about the tools that are available. And probably many of us have got more apps now downloaded onto phones and desktops than we ever thought existed. From Zoom to Teams to Google Hangouts to Blue Jeans, all of these things are hitting. But we don't just have to do meeting. I said over communicate, but don't think you always have to go face to face. As a remote leader, you can do other things. You can have virtual whiteboards. You can make a video yourself and send it to people, put it on a central drive. But don't just think you always have to get together. So it doesn't have to always be face to face. We can do different things as well and just plant things in different places. As a remote leader, this is a tip that's kind of out there from the start of time with remote leadership. You have to trust your people. It's crucial that you trust your people. That's the big thing. You have to be empathetic and you have to trust them. So if people are putting do not disturb, busy on their Skype's Messenger, that's absolutely fine. Sure, they've got to maybe do a bit of homeschooling. They've got to go get supplies. They want to do some exercise. So you have to trust them. And if they put do not disturb, it doesn't mean they're not there or not doing stuff. So don't just measure them by the hours that you're seeing them put in. Next thing, have a celebration wall. Generally, people respond off of praise. So if you can give them praise, they'll do more of it again. It's the basis of feedback and praise. So give people that. Let's have a celebration wall when something's done good. Thank you for the 4 thumbs up that have appeared today. They're kind of, it's just that instant feedback that people like. Any comments, they're the kind of things that we want. Check in on your people, just ask them how they are. That almost pastoral care that becomes really important in being a remote leader. That's just as important as all the other things that you do for them. And one of the things is manage your own personal self-doubt. These are going to be difficult times. You can check in on people, but equally, we probably all report into a boss as well. And I think it's really important that you know we kind of check in on our boss and make sure it's worth saying, hey, is everything good for you as well? So we can make that a bit of a two-way street. And I think just check in on people is more and more important. Now, as a leader, if you're pushing messages out, visuals. If people see things visually, whether it's me talking or whether it's a funky set of slides, but visually, people will respond. Visuals and stories. If you can link in a story, a reality, people will respond to that, enjoy it more. So try and do visuals and stories. Now, a couple of other things that I've got. Let's go include everyone for morale. So don't just think I can just go out to key players. Morale we want high. I've read a really interesting article on a blog by a lady called Effie Deans, EFFIE, primarily focused around the UK, really. But it said that the British newspapers have got the situation wrong, and they'd kind of misread what we needed. And what we need is morale to be kept high. That's what we need. So build your morale. It's not about we're gonna change, we're gonna win, we're gonna do things like this, but it's about there's got to be some positive thinking at the back end of this. Now, I'm sure I forgot a few trainers out there, but even if you're not just pure trainers, get yourself on YouTube, get yourself on TED Talk. The guy I've got a huge amount of time for is a guy called Simon Sinek, who I'm sure some of you will know from his Start With Why TED Talk, just a massive TED Talk, but he's still putting stuff out there. And one of the big things that he said, I just watched a little clip of him being interviewed, and it's going to appear a little bit later. He's interviewing an ex-Navy general, and it's well worth a watch. Again, it's only 10 minutes, but that'll appear in the comments at the end. But I watched something else he said, and he said, as a remote leader, it's really important if your people are out, they're working, or they're not there. It's important as a leader, you don't say to them, not where are you, but how are you? And that's crucial as a remote leader in these current times. So it's not just about where you are, but it's how are you? And that's how people are going to change, and it's going to work out differently. Clara's just put that link up for us there. Well worth 10 minutes of your time. Sinek, for me, absolute brilliant leader in these kind of times. Now, I said at the start, when was that tea bag invented? And I've got to be honest, there's a couple of pretty good guesses. The first tea bag was actually patented in 1901. So it's looking like Claire Bryant and Ben Stiles are pretty close. Brian Fernandez as well, pretty good shout. The first tea bag was actually used or transported in 1908. So depending on what Google sites you've been on, there's a couple of very good guesses. So well done, everybody. I'm a tea in second kind of guy. A milk in second kind of guy. I don't know what that says about me, really. But enjoy your day. Next Tuesday, we're going to be talking about resilience. Some of that's about positive thinking, but we have to be a lot more resilient. I do thank you for your time again. Enjoy your tea. I've still got 4 Jaffa cakes. I'll see you next Tuesday. Have a great day.